Hi, this is Miranda from My Scrappy Life and welcome back to my channel. This is another process video for Kitaholic Kits where I decide to use this sketch in my layout. And this is where I got out some pictures from my daughter fishing trip, and I decided to turn her layout in her album more of a boyish tone because it's fishing and it's her daddy's with her. So what I decided to do is that I wanted to pull in some of these greens and some of these blues and make it more of a boyish background pretty much. And this background piece I thought looked a lot like water, so then that's why I used that one. And now in this sketch it had some banners and whatnot, so I tried to emulate it pretty close. I have the 3 photos, and the 3 photos is of my daughter and my husband fishing for the first time. Now, I went with them on this because I got essentially caressed into going and I was bored off my rocker. So she got a lot of pictures being done. So I did that, but now they go on themselves, and Josh sends me the pictures now, so they kind of go all by themselves. So I wanted to line these up correctly and have them pretty even across the board, and that's what I decided to do there. And then I place all of it down for that part just so it sticks down. And then I pretty much go in and follow the sketch from there. And there was a couple of pieces of paper in the sketch, and I am placing all of these little bits down just to make it even and just to look right. And I really love how this turns out. And I wanted to make it look pretty well close, a little bit close to the sketch, but a little bit not. I just wanted to make sure that it looks just my own style, but yet still kind of to what it is. So it was kind of wonky. And then what I decided to do, instead of making the paper a little bit wonky, I did my lettering instead. My, what's the word I'm looking for? My title. That's what it is. I'm so far out of it right now. I'm like, ooh, misplaced it. So my title. And I get this piece of paper down because that's what it shows in the sketch is that there's this one that kind of hides in the back. And I make it, and then I messed that one up. So then I pull that same piece of paper out again and try it all over again. I swear, some days I give up, and then other days I don't give up. I'm like, could never got it right this time, but it still works in the end. And I absolutely love with this. Now I am going to do a complimentary page coming up next week with this as well. For the other few photos that I have a good idea of what I want it to be done, and I can't wait to do it. And so I place this all the way down, and of course this goes wonky on me, so then I change it out and I come back and I get this placed down, and I wanted this to be kind of pretty well centered and looking right. And it's my daughter's very first picture, and then while she's working, and then Josh holding her while she's trying to reel in a fish. She did really good that day. I think she caught 6 for her, and that's a pretty good day for them out there. It was on a fishing derby. So it worked out really well, and I absolutely love how this turns out. I think it looks good in the end. So I pull in this Prima stuff, and I get this posted and looking pretty good, and I think it works out well for it. I think it looks pretty good for how it goes. And I just placed this banner down. Now this banner was part of the sketch, but they made it as triangles, and I decided to do black and white version. So I thought that worked out really nicely there. And now I'm just placing down these little pieces off to the edge. I'm just making sure that everything looks good and it all looks like it should. And I think that it just turned out wonderful. I really like how it looks. I loved adding these little bits of girl stuff to it to turn it into a boyish tone layout. Flowers can be on a boy's layout just as much as as boyish stuff like fishing and whatnot can be on a girl's layout. It is okay. And now I'm just backing everything down with some foam tape, making sure all of that is stuck out because I kind of wanted a little bit of dimension with it. And yeah, so this looks like it goes across. And then I do come in, my title is going to be called My Fishing Buddy. And now I know on the page you can't quite see the word buddy, but it does stick out pretty well on the page if you look at it in person. And I think it obviously just turned out exactly the way I wanted it to. It was perfect. And I had to go pull out the indigo and ivy. So now I do have the indigo ivy thickers, and it was part of my stash. So I pulled them out so that I could be able to use them up with everything else with this collection. And this is where I come in with my title called My Fishing Buddy. And that is what I'm putting down right now. Let's see here. What else? I hope that you were enjoying this. Make sure that you go check out the Kitaholic Kits and everything like that. All of it will be linked down below. Also, this is part of Scrap Timber, obviously. So make sure that you go check out all of the other ladies that is part of the Scrap Timber. I know that I am missing a few days, but that's okay. It'll go right into October. I did actually pretty good. I mean, I went pretty good all the way up, and I only missed a few. So that's pretty good. But in the retrospect of things, it turned out well that I was able to knock out quite a bit of stuff for this particular layout. Now I'm just coming in with the embellishments. I think the way I put this down and all the little pieces that I added, I think it works really well to bring in boys and girls layouts and mix and match them together. Obviously, you guys know that the still shots are coming up at the end. Make sure that you like and subscribe to all of the channels, along with checking out the Kitaholic Kits website to get your hands on these kits too. And I hope that you're enjoying all of the content that all of us has been giving to us. Not only just us, Natalie and Laura, but also our guest designers, along with the Scrappy Sisters. I'm giving them a shout out too, as they are doing the same thing we are and doing a video a day as well, along with having guest designers too. So there's tons of content out there. I just wanted to give them a shout out too, because they do quite a bit of stuff as well as we do. And I really hope that you love this layout as much as I love this layout. And I do round out with splatters, obviously. I do make sure that everything is all good and set, and it just looks really, 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 really good. I love, love, love how this turns out. So now I'm just gluing everything down, getting everything ready. I do come in with my splatters as well, and I think it's the silver splatters. I do some enamel dots, and I bring in some yellow that I think it looks really good. I'll take that back. I come in with the heavy metal. That's what I come in with shimmers. It's the heavy metals. And I love the color that this turns out with. And I do come in with some enamel dots. So make sure that you like and subscribe to everybody. Check everything down below. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.